नमस्कार। Okay, let's start. What is the personality of the person if the Mercury in the first house in Scorpio and Mercury is Vargottama? Mercury in first house, if it is not impacted by Saturn and all, is like a very communicative person. Okay, highly communicative, highly research oriented in this case because it is in Scorpio sign. Um, we can also say like fickle minded kind of, okay, one who is not stable. Okay, that is also one of the trait. So these traits can be common. First house is also life path. If person follows the life path of this business communications and all, then it will be much better for him. Okay, Jai Shri Krishna. um, I'm fine, thank you. How are you, Dheeraj? Mars Ketu in Scorpio in the fifth house can give secret hidden affairs. It can. Like fifth house is love romance, Scorpio itself is secrecy. Ketu there, Ketu along with Mars, which co-rule Scorpio, can bring a lot of secret matters in love affairs kind of thing. Mm, what are the results of Neptune in opposition to Moon? I am not much aware of Neptune, Uranus, Pluto in their aspects. Okay, I can only guess is that Neptune represents your receptivity, your neutrality. Neptune is like Vishnu. Okay, Uranus is like Brahma, Neptune is Vishnu, and Pluto is Mahesh Shiva. So Neptune is about sustenance. Neptune tells us how to sustain things. Okay, or how to be receptive towards the things in life. So Neptune aspecting Moon is like Neptune is making mind like about receptivity, about surrender. That is the lesson Neptune is giving to the mind. But this is like very generic. Don't rely much upon it. Search for any good Western astrologer. They will the Western astrology related astrologers. They will give you the more detailed information. You can follow Alisa Shah or Lada Danchua. By the way, your Your channel name itself is Neptunian Aura, so you should be knowing better. Mula Nakshatra is connected with just a second, I missed something. Right, Nidhi Arora. Mercury first house for Leo ascendant. As I said, Mercury in the first house is very like a communicative person and business oriented person who is like very creative in Mercury in Leo, especially it is if it is in like Pura Falguni. Where this can be like difficult is like if Mercury is in Magha, Ketu's nakshatra, and in Leo sign, it can be like fiery communication. Okay, Leo is ruled by Sun, Magha is ruled by Ketu, so fiery way of communications can be there. Uh, but overall, a very communicative person, very like someone who is unable to stick to a point. Okay, like if they take a decision, it is very difficult for them to stick with that decision. Right, Mula Nakshatra is connected to destruction and dissolution and transformation. Yet, why is such a negative nakshatra a part of Sagittarius instead of Scorpio? This is where the nakshatras and signs they are interlinked with each other. This is a like a circle moving in a way. Okay, one thing leads to another. So Scorpio ends, and the first nakshatra of Sagittarius is like the Mula nakshatra. So the same energy sustains in Sagittarius for some time. Okay, it is not completely drastic change from the energy. So Scorpio is all about research, occult mysticism, and we can say Mula Sagittarius is about learning your lessons. That is Sagittarius through major transformations in life. Okay. So Mula has, I accept that Mula has lots of characteristics of a Scorpio sign. Right. Uh, okay. Where did it go? Okay. The person has Mercury in first house in a Scorpio and he has a stuttering problem. Okay, stuttering. Have a poor communication, then why is it that Mercury has no negative impact? Scorpio itself is enemy sign. There will be like other planetary placements which are impacting his third house of communication, third lord Saturn, all these things. Okay, we cannot blame everything on Mercury's position. Glad to be here. Same. Rahu Moon conjunction in Leo in 8th house. And Rahu Dasha has started. Stopped feeling scared of anything and have become more bold and risk taker. Good job. This is excellent. Rahu Moon in Leo. Okay, 8th house is the like house of like your major changes and challenges in life. If the person is going through this dasha and this type of attitude has developed, then it is well and good to deal with the whole dasha. Okay, thank you. Neptune is gaseous without any boundaries in opposition to Moon. Can it mean mind does not know where to stop? I would have said if Neptune and Moon were together, then I feel the more impact. But in this case, Moon may have other aspects, other conjunctions, so they will impact also. Okay, especially if conjunction is there, then that planet is impacting Moon more rather than Neptune's aspect. Again, I will say I'm not expert at anything. Okay, I'm especially not expert at Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. So please check with any Western astrology related astrologer. How are you? I am fine, thank you. Why is there so little information about January 1991 solar eclipse in Uttarashara? I have no idea. Okay. Why? As someone is born in your family or friends in January 1999, or you are born, so it makes you curious. Uh, Anyways, how will the exalted Sun and debilitated Saturn conjunction work together? With time, the person will gain the authority recognition, but with, as I said, with time, effort, and hard work. So Saturn debilitation will make the person work hard towards these achievements. But if the person is ready to work hard, then he will get the results from his mid 30s or like 40s onwards. Like I have a client who has Saturn Sun conjunction in the sixth house, Aries. She is one of the top like officers in any company. Wherever she goes, she is among VP and all these people. Okay, but for her to get this position, she had to work really hard, and she got this position from 40s onwards. So this is what like Saturn Sun combination can work. Does Pisces going through difficult times as Sadesati and transit is not also not good? What will be your suggestion when Jupiter will retro? Does Pisces going through difficult times as Sadesati and transit? Yeah, Pisces moon you mean to say? Yeah, Pisces moon are going through Sadesati. As I always say, the first phase of Saraswati is most important. So they are going through most important time right now. When Saturn is in Aquarius, then they will go through like Saturn in Pisces and then Saturn in Aries. This is the most important time where Saturn is only giving indications and omens about the things which are not correct in their life, and they can make it correct. Okay, there is a time. Once Saturn is in Pisces, then okay, then it is like facing the troubles. Right now, Saturn is indicating towards the troubles. So take proactive measures, then you can handle the next two transits of Saturn in Pisces, Saturn in Aries relatively easy. But for that to happen, you have to work from now onwards. Check my videos and articles, sessions on Sadhasati and other Saturn transits that will help you. What will be your suggestion when Jupiter will retrograde? Jupiter retrograde only makes us reflect back, revert back. Okay, revert back at certain things in life about your belief system, about your teachers, education, guru, and all. So person reflects back. So we reflect back only when we do something wrong. So that's where the reflections will come in life. So Jupiter retrograde will make you reflect back, and Saturn is about putting efforts. So person is reflecting back, realizing his mistakes, and putting actions in the right direction. Saturn Venus Ketu conjunction in 10th house Taurus ascendant. What will be the result? Don't work under other people. Okay. Taurus ascendant, that means it is in Aquarius sign. So lots of malefic energy is in the 10th house Aquarius. Saturn, Venus, Ketu are also sitting there. Okay. So don't work under other people. Work in entrepreneurship. Work for yourself. Very less support from authority figures. Very less support from government. Saturn in first house in Scorpio, and where it will go? Okay. And Ketu in the third house in Capricorn, is this considered an exchange? What is the result? This is exchange, but as malefics are involved, this exchange can only give results from your 30s or mid 30s onwards, maybe in your 40s. This is not not a very like positive exchange to have. Exchanges parivartan are good when it is happening between two benefic planets who are also friends, like Mercury Venus exchange. Okay, or we can say this is the best example, Mercury Venus Moon Jupiter exchange. Okay, these two are best example for exchange. Right. Sun Saturn in Libra for a Capricorn ascendant, Venus debilitated. How will Venus Dasha be? For relationship matters, it can be difficult. For working under other people, also it can be difficult. But if the person is into creative field, education oriented field, want to work in financial matters and all, this can be good Dasha. Okay. Uh, as always, like when plants are in difficult position, living significances get impacted more negatively, and non-living significances can still give the result if the person is working hard. Pisces ascendant, 8th Lord Venus in the 9th house, with Moon and Jupiter, 12th house Saturn in 12th house, Lord Saturn in the 12th house. Okay. So this is like lots of planets in Scorpio sign. This person can go into research oriented education and can help people. Obviously, this is not a career consultation, so take proper advice from astrologer of your choice. I have Jupiter Rahu in 8th house Scorpio ascendant. And I'm currently Rahu Dasha and Jupiter Antardasha. Nothing bad has happened as of now, such, but is it good? Also, 8th Lord exalted in 11th house with Venus. This is what I say. No planet is inherently good or inherently bad. If you are aware of how to work on Rahu Jupiter energy in the 8th house Gemini, the same planetary placement can be good. If you don't know the same planetary placement, you will feel it is bad. Rahu Jupiter is like very in the 8th house Gemini is excellent for any research oriented knowledge. Any research oriented knowledge. So this is like it shows that if you are into working in any research oriented field, or if you are interested in working in any research oriented field, this can be very helpful conjunction for you. But if you are not inclined towards it, or if you are not working in that direction, then same conjunction is kind of useless for you. So this is how you can utilize this conjunction. Also, if you are interested in business, and then as Mercury is exalted in 11th house, this can be a very good position for Venus business. uh, Sun in Mula, this is done. Okay, most of the things are done. Sun in Mula is similar to Sun in Scorpio. To a certain extent, I will say Sun in Mula is similar to, very similar. May not be identical, but very similar. What role does Mars as Atmakaraka play? Right, Mars. What role does Mars as Atmakaraka play? What should the person do in this Mahadasha? It depends. The role of Mars will depend on Martian position, but Atmakaraka is like your destination in life, where like whichever planet is your Atmakaraka is like, and this is where you are supposed to reach, and things related with that planet you are supposed to gain in this life, achieve. So now it depends on where Mars is placed. If Mars is placed in the third house and it is in good dignity, then we can say, okay, fine, you are supposed to gain your dominance and control through self efforts. Okay, so it largely depends on Mars house position and sign position. Then only we can say what Mars is indicating. But Atmakarka shows your destination in life. Okay, whichever planet is your Atmakarka, that shows where you are supposed to reach in towards the end of this life or through this life. If someone has Rahu in Mrikshira in the 7th house conjunct Saturn and Rohini, is it safe to predict that individual can have a promiscuous approach towards relationship or the people they attract? It can be possible. This is very much a possible. With these two nakshatras, problem and these problems or these issues can come up. Do Jupiter and Saturn become stronger or weaker? Do Jupiter and Saturn become stronger or weaker in their result if they go retrograde? Retrograde means planet is nearer to Earth. So if the planet is retrograde, it is nearer to Earth. Its rays are reaching you with more intensity. So if let's say Jupiter is in good position and then it is retrograde, its positive effect is reaching you with more intensity. If Jupiter is weak in your chart and it is retrograde, its negative impacts are reaching you with more intensity. I interpret it like this. So, just because it is like intensity increases, just because it is retrograde, it doesn't decide whether Jupiter is stronger or weaker. It is more intensified. Now, if it is strong, then it is strongly intensified. If it is weak, then it is weakly intensified. Venus Dasha, Saturn Antardasha, in general, for Pisces ascendant, I need advice how to survive in it. There is nothing like general, okay. Pisces ascendant like third lord and eighth lord, and Saturn is like 11th and 12th lord. I don't know Venus position, I don't know Saturn position, so I am completely handicapped here. Okay, I can only say is that if this person is into business setup, Venus Dasha can be better one. But if he is not, he may be like facing issues. But this is like very random, generic type of like prediction. Uh, but a person can help you only when he sees his the chart properly. Okay, and all these questions require long time to give you detailed conclusions. Okay. In Sadasati, how the Ashtakvarga point of Saturn to that house is related? Doesn't depend, doesn't matter with Saturn is Saturn. Okay, it is always difficult. So even if Ashtakvarga points are very high, which is very rare for Saturn, they are very low obviously, or for everyone almost. So it is always challenging. Okay, don't expect anything like anything very easy with Saturn. Okay, we pay so much attention on like Sade Sati, Dhaiya, or like Saturn return and all. But let me know if there was one Saturn transit which was easier for you. It never happens. Saturn transits are supposed to be difficult, and we are supposed to work hard towards that. So forget about it, the Ashtak Varga point and this and that with Saturn. It is always difficult. Aspects are seen in D9 chart. You can see Gemini aspects in D9 chart, not planetary aspects. Uh, Gemini astrology sign based aspects can be seen in divisional charts, but not planetary aspects. If second house has exalted planets and is depositor is debilitated, then health accumulation is difficult or need to put more efforts. Person needs to be like more effort oriented, proactive in diffusing the circumstances of health issues and all. Okay. So this is what. Whenever the planet is like debilitated and all, we need to be more proactive. We cannot we will be waiting for the problem to start and then we will start putting results. We can we should always be on our toes. I'm really interested in research field and also my study is also related. Good job. Venus in Purvabhadra, Pisces in 8th house, and the Lord Jupiter in 11th house in Gemini, in Ardra Gemini. Should I expect good gains during Venus Dasha from psychology and psychology 8th house, but matters, but difficulty in relationship? Yeah, we can say so. Like Venus in Purvabhadra, Pisces, 8th house, the Lord Jupiter in 11th house. Yeah, we can say so. That person is gaining from psychology or any other research oriented subject or by serving people and all. But when it comes to relationship matters, things can be difficult because Jupiter is in enemy sign. Which dasha is the most malefic, Saturn, Rahu, or Ketu? I will say Saturn. Uh, because other planets can also change their results through their planetary like sign based positions, okay, in which sign they are placed, the dignity and all. Even Ketu in Taurus or Ketu in Sagittarius can give you some sort of benefits in like knowledge oriented pursuits and all. But when it comes to Saturn, it is only one thing: delay, hard work, perseverance. That's it. Ketu in Taurus, first house in Mrgashira and in Mars Mahadasha. Uh, will Ketu affect, will they be seen only in Antardasha or throughout the Mahadasha? Throughout the Mahadasha, because Mars and Ketu co-rule Scorpio. So, when Mars Dasha is active, Ketu is also active. Likewise, if someone is under Saturn Dasha, then he is also under Rahu Dasha in a way, because Saturn Rahu co-rule Aquarius. Okay, so in that scenario, like Ketu will remain active. What happens when planet changes house in Chalit chart? Will it give the result of both the houses? I don't consider Chalit chart. I consider birth chart only. Okay. Pisces ascendant, Jupiter is Lagna Lord in ninth house. Atmakarka is Mercury in 11th house. With Sun, how to harmonize Atmakaraka, Mercury, and Lagna Lord, Jupiter energy. Nothing, get into like knowledge sharing related work. Jupiter is the teacher, it is sitting in ninth house. What else you will need? Okay, so like Lagna Lord is going into ninth house Scorpio. Get into any knowledge sharing in a work, it will get harmonized. You need not to worry about it. Sixth house Lord in third house means giving services through communication online channels. Right. I have sixth Lord in the third house. I am doing this. I will soon be moving into my Saturn Dasha, which is my seventh Lord. Any advice for this transition? Saturn is in my 11th house, conjunct Moon in Taurus. Great. I'm also moving into my Saturn Dasha 2 years down the line from 2027. So this is like Saturn Dasha is all about working hard and persevering with your efforts and all. Okay, patience. It is work oriented Dasha. It is not a relationship oriented Dasha. Even if you are in relationship, think your relationship as a matter of duty and responsibility rather than anything else. This is like what Saturn Dasha is all about. Wherever Saturn is ruling your houses in your chart, wherever Saturn is placed in your chart, wherever Saturn is aspecting, Whichever nakshatras are involved, be ready to put your best effort over the longest period of time in matters related with those things. That's it. That is like simple. Saturn is the simplest planet to interpret. Okay, in a way. So because it never changes, its rules never change. Saturn, delay, hard work, perseverance. Put your best of effort over the longest period of time. Then you will get the result. Also, be careful about your health. Take proactive efforts to reduce your health issues, mitigate your circumstances which can bring health issues to you. Again, going through Dasha related videos can help you. That will give you a better idea how to handle Saturn Dasha. Please share the worst combination you have seen while consulting, how that person was dealing with it. Any specific kundli that is stuck with you. It depends on the person's priority of life. Okay. Suppose, now, generally people talk about relationship matter. The worst combination I have seen about relationship is Saturn Ketu in the seventh house Libra. Okay, this is like worst case scenario. Okay, Saturn Ketu in the seventh house Libra. But let's suppose this person is not even interested in relationship. So that worst scenario is not impacting him. A relationship is not even priority of this person, then how does it impact him to have this difficult Saturn Ketu impact on the fifth sorry seventh house. Likewise, I saw like Rahu Saturn Mars conjunction in Scorpio in the fourth house. So this is like a heavily malefic conjunction in the fourth house of real estate. But if someone is not looking for real estate matters, someone is not staying in homeland, and this person was not staying in homeland, they were away from their homeland. So they are not even dealing with that area of life. So they will not feel the pinch. Now, if Saturn, Mars, Rahu in the fourth house, Scorpio is there, and this person is trying to buy a real estate property, then there is a difficulty. If Saturn Ketu conjunction is there in Libra in the seventh house, and this person is trying to get into committed relationship, then there is a difficulty. Okay. So again, I would say there is no planetary placement which is inherently bad, inherently good. Our priorities in life, our criterias of life make them good or bad. Transit Saturn on Pisces Lagna, natal Saturn in 12th house Aquarius, Saturn Antardasha going on. Lots of Saturn. Simple, easy, right? Work hard, that's it. Okay, that is all Saturn is all about. Work hard and persevere and all that. So this is Saturn Antardasha going on. Saturn transit is happening. Saturn is in the 12th house. Work hard over your life, over your career. Then you will get the best of the result. Saturn transiting through Pisces Lagna. Saturn transiting through Lagna is always a life-changing experience. Whenever Saturn goes through ascendant, it can change the overall life of a person. Okay. What is the significance of ascendant nakshatra? We are looking for at ascendant Lord nakshatra too. Ascendant nakshatra is your life pattern, the kind of activities or kind of like approach you may have towards the life which remains consistent. Ascendant, the life path can go through many changes, but ascendant nakshatra, the life pattern remains as is. Okay. Right. Ascendant Lord nakshatra is different. Ascendant nakshatra is different. Can Moon Ketu conjunction in 4th house, 8th house, 12th house give intuition to the individual? Even only Ketu is enough. You need not to have Moon there, Moon can make it more intense, but Moon Ketu anywhere can give intuition. Okay. Moon Ketu in 4th, 8th, and 12th obviously can be like excellent position for intuitive mind. I made a mistake in my question. Saturn is my 8th lord, not 7th lord. Same. Okay, Saturn is Saturn. Doesn't make any difference. Why don't you consider Charit chart? Because I am fine with birth chart. Okay, birth chart has given me good enough result. I need not to go look anywhere else. Okay, it is giving me good result from like 10 years. Why I need to change my ways? Understand this like this. Suppose like I have developed my own ways, tricks, and techniques to predict things. Now it is like 10 years in this profession. So those tricks and techniques have worked well for me. Now if I change it, if I start using another tricks and techniques, some other tricks and techniques, I would have to start from the scratch. Okay, I would have to again gain confidence with new tricks and techniques. So this is why tricks or techniques should not be changed as far as possible. Okay, I'm not saying that whatever tricks or techniques I follow are the only correct. They are correct for me. They may not be correct for everyone. Okay, so this is the main thing. This is done. What would be the major results of Mercury Dasha? Go into playlist section. There are like Mahadasha related videos. You will get detailed information of every planetary dasha. Okay, detailed videos on every planetary dasha. Okay, so that will help you. Thank you. You're welcome. Dear sir, Sagittarius ascendant. Okay, where it came in. Sagittarius ascendant, Sun Ketu in the 10th house, Mercury in 11th house. Uh, Aspected by Jupiter from 3rd house. Venus is in 11th house using Drik, and 12th house using Vakya Pancham. How will be my Mercury and Ketu Dashas? I cannot help you. Okay, this is too much of information. Dasha analysis takes at least 1 hour time. So I cannot give 1 hour to one person. Okay, this whole session is about 1 hour. You can ask conceptual questions. Okay, and if you are so worried about your Mercury Ketu Dasha, then take proper consultation from astrologer of your choice. Very generically, I can say Ketu Dashas come into our life to teach us the lesson of impermanence. They show the temporary nature of life, that nothing is going to stay forever, no one is going to stay forever in your life. People will come and go from your life, you will come and go from people's life. That is what Ketu Dasha teaches us. So this is not a time for materialistic pursuits, this is a time for spiritual pursuits. Get into meditation, spirituality. This dasha can be excellent, but if you try to attain materialistically, this dasha can be difficult. Now, patience, hard work, delay is equal to Saturn. Good job. Lots of Pisces related questions are there today with Saturn. Yes, everyone is gearing up for Saturn in Pisces transit already, which is good. This is what I always say, be proactive. Which signs are intuitive along with Scorpio and Pisces? Cancer, all water signs. Okay. Do you consider Cancer also an intuitive sign or not as much as Scorpio or Pisces? Right, as I said, like all water signs. Uh, Rahu transit in 9th house in Aquarius. Rahu in Aquarius transit can be a transit to remember in coming times. Okay, so because Aquarius is a sign of new age technology, understand it like this. Saturn is in Aquarius right now from last couple of years, and in this time period, AI has developed alternate intelligence. Okay, now Saturn will move into Pisces and Rahu will come into Aquarius. So Rahu will further explore this AI kind of situation. Maybe our every area of life can be regulated by AI in coming times. That is what Rahu in Aquarius will show us. That is what I feel. That in coming times, everything in our life will be controlled by AI, which is scary. When a debilitated planet sits in 6th, 8th, or 12th, or 6th, 8th, does the bad result get mitigated? No, I don't follow this approach. Uh, so I don't think they will get mitigated. Why don't you do some research side by side on the same charts using both types of chart, Lagna and Chalit? As I said, I'm fine with my approach. Okay. Uh, New learnings, why stagnant? I'm happy being stagnant. I don't want to learn anything new. Thank you. When people have more than two planets in 12th house and they have not moved to foreign lands, then how could this energy manifest? Would it be more troublesome? It is like person may feel lost. Okay, may feel lost that I'm not getting results of my efforts. I'm not getting gaining any recognition for my efforts and all. The feeling of loss will be very high. Uh, Thank you so much, sir. Saturn in 12th house is already like Ketu only. Ha ha. Thank you. Ha ha. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I like that. Ha ha. My career is not good. Not good nowadays. Now people try to pull me down, and that their career is better. They are richer than me. I feel bad because they spoke only when my situation turned bad, and theirs become better. Focus on yourself. You cannot live your life by looking at others. Your focus should be yourself, your own growth, not others. Others are not sponsoring your life. Live your life on your terms. Okay. So, this is the hard lesson we have to learn in this life to focus on ourselves. Okay. So, if you feel that you are not doing well in your life, okay, take proper efforts and improve your life, but not because someone else is telling. Okay. Is Magha also a separative or painful nakshatra in terms of personal life? Magha is separative in another way. Understand, Magha is also ruled by Ketu, so obviously it will also bring separation kind of feeling, but it will bring after giving all the materialistic luxuries. Magha is represented by Magha is represented by all the authority, recognition, and all royal throne. So it is like a Gautam Buddha kind of person, Gautam Siddhartha, someone who has got all the luxuries and authority and recognition of life, and he feels lost. He feels meaningless. Okay, that is the separation of Ketu, which comes through Magha. First, it gives all the luxuries, all the authority, recognition, fame, everything, and then it makes you feel isolated, that okay, what I am doing here, what is this nonsense all about? Saturn will be in Pisces in first, and moon is also in first house. So what life changes you are supposed to be there? As I said, like this Saturn transit through first house can bring overall life path change. Like suppose someone is doing a job, he may get into business. Someone is doing a business, he may change his business. Okay, so any major change in life can come up. Okay, as it is also going over moon. In your case, moon is your fifth lord. Fifth house is education, love, romance matters, children, and also like changes related with those areas of life. Okay, so that can be there. And I must say, I have been going through your articles for years, and it is very informative. It has been very, very helpful. You are so knowledgeable yet so humble. Thank you, sir. It is all a facade, fake image, which I create. Okay. Uh, Saturn also represents inferiority complex related to the house it sits in. It can make you feel because it limits the results. Okay, it limits the results of that house. You have this feeling of lack in that area of life. That can bring the inferiority complex. Good observation. Hello, Mansha madam. How are you? Thank you. Good evening to you. Does the moon nakshatra at birth determine the ultimate course of life? For example, Saturn Mahadasha at birth gives life of struggle as opposed to Venus Mahadasha and all. It charts the journey path of life. Okay, that's it. Because Moon's nakshatra decides your first dasha and what dashas will come forward. We cannot say that a person who starts with Venus dasha, his life will only have good times in his life, or a person who starts with Saturn dasha or Ketu dasha can only have like bad times in life. Dashas will change. Okay. First dasha of your life only shows where you left your past life. In the last life, where you left the things, so that you are carrying on the same thing again in this life. Okay. How do Mars and Saturn work together in Scorpio? Mars, Saturn. Scorpio itself is difficult. Then you have like two strong malefics like Mars and Saturn also. It is doubly difficult. So this is like a difficult combination. Okay. Um, for personal life, for like life, this a second. Okay. So like dealing with Scorpio itself is difficult. One malefic in Scorpio is difficult. You have two malefics, Mars, Saturn together. It is very difficult in personal life. It is almost like a gone case. But in professional life, person can still work hard towards that profession, that work, and can get better results. Atmakaraka Mercury Pisces ascendant in 11th house Capricorn with uh, 6 Lord Sun. How to use the energy of Atmakaraka. Sun Mercury together in Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign of authority recognition. Sun is career authority and recognition. Mercury is business. Get into your own business and communication and all like teaching, guiding, counseling kind of thing. Then this conjunction will give you best of the result. It is more so if Sun Mercury both are in Shravana Nakshatra, which is the nakshatra of communication and counseling. I've had many challenges, enemies at workplace over the years, but I have somehow survived. It is due to my exalted Mars and Rahu in the sixth house. Yeah, two strong malefics in the sixth house can give you lots of tussles going on. But as they are exalted, like Mars is exalted and Rahu is with exalted Mars, you should be able to overcome these difficulties. You should be able to win over your the this you should be able to win over the like competitors or your conflicts and all. So but it is difficult position, especially in work set like job setup. Right, we still have few minutes if someone wants to ask. Yo, I got a quote from Osho, I will share. Someone wants to do swing trading in stock market, buy and then sell after a few days, weeks in profit. What houses, signs, combinations are supportive? Just check if Saturn is not involved. Saturn is not involved with fifth house, eighth house. Anyhow, it should not be sitting there. It should not be aspecting there. It should not be ruling these houses. Okay, or it should not be like conjunct with these lords, fifth lord or eighth lord. Okay, anyhow, if Saturn is impacting these fifth and eighth house by any means, it shows that person should go for long term investments. It should not be like it should not be like a short term investment. So just see Saturn should not be involved. A real superior man is not aware of his superiority, is not in any need of recognition from others. Okay. Someone asked about others telling him what to do, what not to do. That person can read closely this quotation from Osho. A real superior man is not aware of his superiority, is not in any need of recognition from others. His superiority is just his nature. Osho. How has your experience been with observing Mula Nakshatra? It is excellent. I have Venus in Mula. Uh, so, lots of transformative, lots of adventures in relationship life. Uh, Archana ji, thank you. Again on Saturn only, along with Moon, Mercury, and Venus, is also there in first house. Mercury and Venus are also there in first house. So as Venus, eighth lord, can it is be difficult? Yeah, Venus being eighth lord and Saturn going over Venus, it can be difficult for relationship matters. It can make someone work hard on creative pursuits or business. What can I expect with exalted Jupiter, Rahu, and Varguttama Venus in 8th house of D9 chart? I don't jump into D9 chart. I first go into D1 chart, understand it thoroughly, and then I go into divisional charts. So D9 is chart of right life path for me, but it comes later in analysis. What happens when a debilitated planet sits in conjunction with Jupiter? Example, Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter's results, if it is Saturn and Saturn is debilitated and it is with Jupiter, that means like Jupiter's good results will be delayed in life. Person will gain good results of Jupiter with some sort of delays, hard work, and perseverance. What would you say about that your Venus placement shows how you can make money? Thanks for the quotation, sir. My Venus is in Shravana, in the seventh house with Rahu. Like I have Venus in Moola, so I'm making money through Moola related activities, research, occult mysticism, hidden matters. I'm very much interested in like psychology and all these kind of things. So these are making me get my money. Okay. So likewise, in your case, Venus is in Shravana, which is the nakshatra of communication and counseling in the seventh house with Rahu. So for communication, counseling, teaching related matters, this is like good position. If I met a uh, business partner in my Ketu Mahadasha and Moon Antardasha, and my natal Moon and Ketu is in Scorpio, and this person also has Ketu in Scorpio, does that mean I can have troubles with them? Ketu Mahadasha I will not recommend for partnership anyways, regardless of whose Ketu is where, because Ketu is not a materialistic planet, plus it is not a partnership oriented planet, it is the planet of separation. How is Jyeshtha such a troublesome nakshatra and yet connected with wealth and God and heavens, God of heavens, Indra? It is not necessary. Every planet, every house, every sign, every nakshatra represents many things. Some things are positive, some things are negative from our perspective. Okay, things are just the things. We think that this is good, this is bad. Okay, it depends on the person. Okay, Jyeshtha has its own very good qualities. Like Jyeshtha is about serving people who are underprivileged, so serving like providing justice to people who are who are kind of neglected by the society. So Jyeshtha has these qualities also. Jyeshtha has other qualities also, like where they are very secretive people. Okay, so it depends on us what we think as good, what we think as bad. Okay, for someone working in like spy related organization, secret organizations, Jyeshtha's secretive nature can be excellent. Okay, but for in relationship matters, that secretiveness can be like troublesome. So it all depends on the situations in life. Is Saturn and Ketu in the 8th house in D1 good for a heart surgeon? Ketu in the 8th house anyways good for surgeries. Saturn also getting involved is very good. Lagna in Magha, Magha, Mercury and Sun also in Magha. What does this indicate in life path matters? It shows that you are going to get, or this person is going to get their best authority only by working for self. First house is self. Lagna is self. So Sun Mercury sitting together in Magha Leo shows the best authority recognition is coming from self. Is Moon and Saturn in seventh house bad for marriage? Any remedies? I think you are very new to my channel. Uh, Read my articles on marriage and astrology and read my articles on remedies. Okay. I don't provide any remedy. I don't think marriage and astrology has any connection with each other. Is having planets in fourth or eighth house preferred, because some astrologers say it is better not to have planets here. They say that like 6th, 8th, and 12th, Dushtana houses, planets should not be in Dushtana houses, but then it is not in our hand, right? Where we want to have planets and in which positions we want to have planets. We don't get that choice. So we have to deal with whatever energy we are given. Okay, let's meet next week. I think we are done for the day. 1 hour. Take care. All the best. Have a nice weekend.